369. I'm gonna do a quick install, show you guys how to do this real easy. This is your 3D clutch you're getting. These are some of the parts that I send, along with this gear. And we're gonna start from the top, all right? So this is my KXV100 that I'm building right now. But you'll have your China engine, whatever that is. And that China engine will have a regular clutch in it. You won't have this stuff on it, and you'll take all that off. You won't have to take that gear off, but you'll take this gear off, you'll take the cover off, and you'll take all this off, and you'll have an empty case here with a hollow hole in the middle because you're gonna take those two bearings out. These bearings that I provide are Timken high performance bearings, so they're much higher RPM rated, and they're made for what we need. So all you do is pop those two bearings in, pop, pop. Now you got a case with two bearings and a center support in there. All this is what I provided. Then you take your 3D Motorsports cover and you bolt it onto the stock holes. I provided adapters that go right into the stock locations. Boom, boom. So now this is the base that we're gonna start with. The base is bearings installed, cover on, right? This is the foundation. You're gonna be able to figure out how to do that pretty easily. The cover goes on easily. This one is made with what is it, M4 and different. This one isn't tightened yet, right? Because we still have. I made it so there's a adjustment here in case you guys need it. I like to run them up. You run them downward or whatever you want. Whatever fits right for you, actually. Whatever fits right. And then this one will have a spacer that I put with it, right? So this one sits on the case. This is where we get a lot of support right here on this case. And this one has a spacer. You'll have both of these. So you'll put your cover on. You'll have these both on here. And your bearings will be installed. And that's when we'll move forward. And so for the tools you'll need will be, what is this? 3/8, a couple Allens. This would be for the keyway. You're gonna have your 3D clutch, you're gonna have your keyway, you're gonna have your screw that goes on the end, and my stuff. I'm gonna go all through it as we do it. All right. Now, China engine, 369 bearings, cover on. It's time to put our clutch on, right? So this is our 369 clutch. It has a custom spacer here made to fit, so this meshes perfectly with that. We get our cover in, boom, done. Now we have our clutch getting ready, don't we? Okay, so you have a bearing, a spacer, and then another bearing, and now your long spacer goes on the outside. Boom, long spacer on the outside. Now we get our 3D Motorsports stuff. We grab our 3D Motorsports basket, put it on, and we get our 3D Motorsports spacer. This all comes with 3D Motorsports. This is the smaller spacer, and it's made for 35 chains. There's also a larger black spacer that it comes with. Those are made for I think 420 chains. We don't use those. We only use 35 chains. So you take your 35 chain spacer, put it on. Now, keyway time. So putting my keyway right here in this slot. I'll show it to you in a second. I'll show you before and after. See, it's I pushed it in there and it's sticking up a little bit. So I'll just take some needle or some pliers or something that'll go on it. And so now my keyway is flush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna match it with this keyway right here. So keyway, keyway. Now the keyway's in. Now the basket has to line up with these. Boom, done. Keyway, keyway, basket. Now we put our screw in. There. Now the whole clutch is basically installed. The only thing we're going to be doing now is our cover. And so the cover, I almost knocked that over. This is the stuff I'll be sending you. This is all rough stuff that I'm having in the shop. You guys will have all polished and you'll have your nice 3D stuff, but this is just an install video, so here's the install. Now you'll take your cover. Your cover is going to come with a bolt in it, and it's going to come with two small bolts that go with it. I measured these out so they fit perfectly, including the cover. We take this and we put this on here. Now we take our two screws and we put them right there. Right there. Let me take the other one. All right, now we take our 3/8, tighten the top. there goes my lock washer. Anyways, you'll have a lock washer on your chain guard. Your clutch cable, your clutch cable cup. What is this thing? Clutch cable cup, something. Whatever the clutch cable goes in there. And that's it. That is the install of the 369 adapter. The clutch cable comes down here, hooks up just like a regular 3D Motorsports clutch. But like you can see, now we have our gear on the inside. Our chain is coming out inside. So all of our drive line pressure is coming from here. Our clutch is hanging out here, balancing it, right? And also being supported by this large bracket that I made. It's much larger. One of the problems you guys might have heard of in the past is that we were breaking these the stock 3D Motorsports ones. We were breaking them like crazy. So upgrading them was one of the first things I had to do. And then that's it. That's pretty much it. I mean, you know, you got to get your chain and all that stuff, but that's the basic install. And that's just a quick shout out. If anybody has any questions, just post them up. I'll show you guys what's up, but it's a super easy install. The hardest part is putting in the bearings, and even that's not hard. 369.